I'm Baasit Siddiqui and I'm the Director of Siddiqui Education. I've just had a demo with the OrbitNote software here at text.help, and essentially it supports PDFs and makes them much more interactive and much more inclusive for young people using them. When I first used OrbitNote, the thing that blew my mind straight away was that you could take images that have text in the background. Now, when a learner has just text, but they can't interact with that text, they've kind of lost a bit of a battle there, because the potential is to be able to highlight the text and then do things with it. And within a couple of seconds, the chap who was showing me OrbitNote, he took an image, it had text in it, and it transferred and translated that image into actual text. And that allowed the learners then to manipulate that text. And what I mean by manipulate is that they can get verbal definitions for what the text is. You can get images that are linked to the text. So the example that the guy showed me was the word bumpy. If a child doesn't know what the word bumpy means, there's an image that you can get with regards to it. There were so many little cool features that allow the platform to be used and for students to use a PDF in a completely different way. On the surface, PDFs are pretty dull. Technically, isn't much you can do with them, and when a child has access to them, I mean, pre-pandemic, you would have just printed them out. But now we're moving into this digital age, a lot more people are using PDFs on the screen. The thing with OrbitNote is that you can take it to a different level. You can highlight certain bits and pieces, you can capture certain words. It creates a glossary of what that word actually means, what its meaning is, any images associated with it. It's been designed that you can click on the word and get a translation, so if you're an EAL student, you can find out what that word means within your own language. There were some really interesting features. One that I definitely think I'd use and I'd incorporate. I work with a lot of different learners that have reading difficulties. For example, children that are dyslexic. And there's one learner that I have that needs a blue background when they're learning. OrbitNote has the technology to be able to change the background, but not only just change the background of the text, you can follow your eye line. So it's almost like you put a mask over the text, turn it blue, and then you can scroll down and read it at your own pace. You can edit the color to whatever color you see fit as well. So I think that when it comes to the software, they've really thought about how can we make this as inclusive as possible. Moving forward, I would use OrbitNote in a number of different ways. A lot of the workshops that I do are linked to collaboration. So students working together. They have to read certain bits of text, talk to each other and communicate with regards to that. It offers you little things that you can do to add notes onto it, but not just to add those notes, you can talk and speak and use those notes, and then they type them out. You can listen to the notes that people have. You can work and highlight different colors, and then for example, if you're doing a little bit of a research activity, one of you highlights words in a certain color, one of you highlights them in another color, you're creating two separate documents there and getting your research done, but in a collaborative way. So not only would it support my students on a one-to-one basis, it's allowing that opportunity for interactive collaboration as well. I really enjoyed using OrbitNote and can see that it could offer some serious value within my classroom. I'm already thinking of ways that I could incorporate it within the class.